Hi guys, we know that Nigel Farage is a bit of a Marmite figure. You either love him or you hate him. But that may not be a barrier for him to become Prime Minister following the next general election. Now, two journalists here, one from the Times and one from the Telegraph, explained why Farage's charisma is winning over voters from different political parties.
As to whether Farage is good or not, as a politician, he's one of the best we've ever seen.
I completely agree with that. Sorry, do not get me wrong.
Yeah.
Of all of the politicians operating in the UK today, he is by far the best communicator. He's the best at managing the media. He is the best in terms of, I think, relatability. People can come up to him, stop him on the street, and he will speak human to them in a way that others can't. But, and I do think, by the way, I've called it before, there is an F-it factor. Farage and the other F, that people are looking at their ballot papers like they did with the EU referendum and literally just thinking, F it. How much worse can it get?
It can get a lot worse, but she's completely correct here. So there are a number of things to respond to here. First of all, Nigel Farage has a wonderful relationship with the media. The media love him and he loves the media. He loves the attention and they love giving him attention because he's good for advertising. He's good for driving traffic to their websites for the clicks and likes on social media. And Farage knows this and he's able to manipulate the media to his advantage. Journalists are afraid to really hold his feet to the fire because then there's a risk that they won't have him back. And over the last number of years, we've seen how the media have pandered to him, they've given him a huge platform. And of course, that platform is pretty much unchallenged. Now, there are a few exceptions, James O'Brien and some others, but generally you have to look at the media outside the UK to see episodes of Farage falling apart. And he does fall apart under pretty soft scrutiny. Ask him a few difficult questions or quasi-difficult questions and he falls apart. But he knows that the likes of the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, Sky News, GB News, of course, they're not going to really challenge him. So he can say whatever he wants, and he's benefited from that on the other side. So the media benefit, but he's also benefited because he's able to sell whatever narrative he wants. We saw it back in 2016, as was referred to here. Farage would have leaving the European Union as a solution to pretty much any question, any problem. Problem in the NHS, leave the European Union. Problem with immigration, leave the European Union. Problem of housing, leave the European Union. So he was able to sell that with pretty much no pushback. And now he's a member of Parliament. He has his own show on GB News and his platform has been amplified even more. The problem is the media need to push back. Now, the other point, the FU, I think is really valid. If the government of the day, the Labour government, are not able to deliver for ordinary people, and they're not able to show that ordinary people that they have delivered. One thing is delivering, another thing is showing people that's responsible. If they're not able to achieve that, people are going to go elsewhere. Now, at the moment, a lot of support is going to the Greens, it's going to the Liberal Democrats, and in Scotland, obviously going to the SNP and Wales Plaid. But in England, there is a real risk that people are going to switch to reform. Mainly because of the media. You know, most people don't know the leader of the Liberal Democrats. Most people don't know the leader of the Green Party. But they know Farage. They may not like Farage, but they're constantly seeing his face on TV. So many people may say, to hell with it, like in 2016, where after years of austerity and seeing public services on their knees, people decided, I'm going to give the government of the day a bloody nose. And many people may do the same when it comes to the Labour Party. Once again, there's a responsibility on Labour to improve the situation for ordinary people and prove to ordinary people that they are responsible for that. But also because if they don't, obviously people are going to go somewhere else. And Farage is becoming more and more of an attractive option. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.